There we go. Looks like we are streaming live, so I am just going to also stream live on Instagram. Hey, Adriana, can you hear me? Okay, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Awesome, so excited. Let's get started. Hey, everyone on Instagram. So I am live inside the Heart-Centered Coach Club as well. So if you miss any of this and you want to see the screen share, you can come on over to the Heart-Centered Coach Club and join me. So let me just see if I can say hello. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you here. I'm with you, girl. Hey, Lori. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, Adriana. Okay, we are going to dive into Tech Friday today. And before I get to your questions, there's something that came up inside my Facebook, my power groups this week. And I wanted to kind of walk you guys through how to strategically place some of your links and cover photos inside Facebook so that you can start to point people in the direction that you want, okay? So what I'm gonna do, my best, is to share my screen with you guys. And then for those of you who answered questions, I'm gonna come back to those in a moment. So let me just share my screen. Okay, so here we are inside the Heart-Centered Coach Club, okay? Now, I want you guys first to think about when somebody is coming into your digital world, right? Building upon what we were talking about last week of building your digital temple on your Facebook business page and even on your Instagram, for those of you watching live on Instagram. So you want to think about, this is your digital home. This is your digital temple that you get to build. You get to design it. It gets to look and feel how you want it to feel, how you want it to feel. Does that make sense? And the other thing is we want to start thinking about, where do you want to point your people, right? So people that are landing on Instagram, where do you want them to go? People who are landing on your Facebook personal page and your business page, where do you want them to go, right? How are they going to take action? Hey guys on Instagram, thanks for watching live. I'm doing a screen share inside the Heart-Centered Coach Club, which I will repost later to IGTV. So if you can't see the screen share right now, I will get it to you guys in a little while. Okay, so let's play, for example, I have this Facebook group, and even if you don't have a Facebook group, you can still point them to your Facebook page or your website or your scheduler. Okay, so when my clients are first starting out building their coaching businesses, often the only thing they have is a Facebook business page and an online scheduler and a payment processor, right? Those are the three main components. And if you don't have those, we want to get those set up first and foremost. So let's just say that you're a new coach and you want to point people to your calendar, okay? So that would be your scheduling link with your scheduler, like Acuity or Calendly or whatever you use for your scheduler. So here's where the strategy comes in. And I'm going to show you inside, let's see, let me go to my business page first. You guys are seeing the behind the scenes of all my stuff. It's a little, making me a little nervous. Okay, so here's my business page, right? On the cover photo inside Canva, what I have done is just simply created a little square in Canva. So you can do a shape and it says click here to join, right? So if you click on the image on my Facebook business header, I click on that, you'll see this amazing little opportunity to put whatever link you want. So here I have on my business page a link to join my Heart-Centered Coach Club, because that is what I am focused on right now, is bringing people into my community so that they can get to know me. Okay, so I have a link that's put inside the description of the photo, pointing them where I want to go. So if you're a newer coach, you could say a little bit about you, who you work with. To schedule your discovery session, click here and you can put your calendar link, okay? Thanks for the thumbs up, awesome. Okay, so you can also, so that's one place on your Facebook business page. The other place that most people totally forget about is your personal page. Now, With Facebook, you want to not put a ton of your business stuff on your personal page, but there are a couple little places that you can put your links strategically. So again, for those of you on Instagram, I'm over in the Heart Center Coach Club, so I'll post the replay on IGTV. But for those of you inside the group, now I'm going to click over to my personal profile. This is my personal Facebook page. As you can see, I have that cover photo, and it says, coaches and service-based businesses, come hang with me inside my Facebook group. Again, strategically showing them where I'm hanging out, right? They can come over there. Come hang out with me on my Facebook, in my Facebook group. If you don't have a Facebook group yet, you can say, come hang out with me on my business page. Okay, so for a lot of you who are getting crickets on your business page, please remember not to take it personally. Facebook is a business, okay? And hopefully they don't like take down my account for saying this, but you guys know this, Facebook is a business. So for your business pages, in order for them to get really high traffic, you have to run ads to them. And this is a way, without spending money on ads, that you can point people to your Facebook business page. When they're on your business page, encourage them to like and follow your page. Okay, so if you are just starting out, this is a perfect strategy for you to implement right now. Change your Facebook personal header, right? Pointing people to your business page, letting people know what you are up to. Okay, so again, if I click on this header on my personal Facebook page, making sure I'm saying the right terminology. Hey guys, again, it says, hello, thanks for stopping by. Come hang out with me inside the Heart Center Coach Club. So again, very strategically using that space on Facebook to point people where I want them to go, which in my case is my Facebook group. For you, it might be your website or your calendar scheduling link. Okay, or it may even be, which I have switched them out sometimes, if you have a freebie, an opt-in, a lead magnet, you could also put your lead magnet right there. And what that's doing is building your list. So this kind of brings me to the mindset behind it. It's where do you want people to go and what action do you want them to take before you do any of this? That, my friends, is what you need to get clear on. Where do you want to direct people into your world, and what is the action that you want them to take? Okay? Now, another example of this is I have a client who has 2 business pages. Okay, and for those of you on Instagram, sometimes people have 2 Instagram accounts, maybe an old one that they started, and then they have a newer one that they're more active on. You can use the same strategy to point people to where you're hanging out now. So let's say I'm on my old, let's say this is an old business page. Again, I could change the cover photo and simply say, so if this on Facebook here, inside the group, if this is the old business page that I'm not really active on anymore, I can simply change the cover photo and say, hey, I'm not super active here, but if you want to come hang out with me, come hang out over on my business page. Again, directing them where you want to go. And when you click on the image, put the link to the new business page. For those of you on Instagram watching, hello, thank you for being here. And you guys can do the same thing. On your old Instagram account, instead of closing the account, you can simply say, hey, this account there isn't very active. Come hang out over on your new Instagram handle. Okay, and you can simply do that in the description. Okay, so is this making sense? Let me know in the comments below. And let me see if there's anything else I wanted to show you guys. Okay, one more thing. Let me just take a sip of water. Okay, so again, for those of you who are just starting out and you have your business page and your personal page, you also have another opportunity. Don't judge all these items to review. Obviously, I'm not very active on my Facebook personal page. I spend most of my time inside my group and on my business page. But on my personal page, there's also a link. You can put another link. So if that's your scheduler, your website, or your freebie, you can put your link in the intro. So use the places that Facebook allows you to put links to your advantage, directing people where you want them to go, okay? And as you can see, my most updated profile picture, oh my gosh, here is another opportunity. This profile picture that I just updated, if I click on that, look here, imagine that. There's another place to put a link directing people where you want to go. So again, we want to make it as easy as possible for people to find you and to know exactly where to go and what to click on. Okay, so again, before you go changing any links, I want you to take some time to get super clear on where do you want to point them to and what is the action that you want them to take. Hey Jim, nice to see you. Okay, so get clear on that first, and then you can go take action and start to change some of those links, okay? So let me just come back over to the Facebook group here. I'm gonna stop the share and come over to you guys and see how you're doing if you have questions. La, 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 let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to say about that while I'm thinking. Okay, so the other thing that often comes up as I try to find our link here. Am I still live, everybody? Well, I'm gonna keep going because I know you guys are here on Instagram. So it says live on Facebook. I will come back to your comments. Okay, so the other thing is, and we talked about this a little bit last week, is feeling super vulnerable when it comes to actually letting people in on what you're doing, especially when you're a new coach, especially when you are just starting out. So I want to give you guys permission to take that first baby step and maybe change your header on your business page, on your personal page, to kind of say, look world, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. This is what I have to share. Okay, it is your time and you get to point them where you want them to go. So sometimes that can feel like a very vulnerable place to be. And I want you to know that that is just our physiology trying to protect us from what we don't know. And the other thing I always like to say is, this is going to sound a little bitchy, but I'm going to say it anyway. Oftentimes we think that when we put something out there on the internet, like everyone and their mother and their grandmother is going to see it. Maybe they do, but maybe they don't. Maybe they're just scrolling and they're doing their own thing. So when you're first starting out, don't take it personally if you're not getting a ton of likes or a ton of views on your social media stuff. Just get started and just get going. It's the perfect time to play, especially when your following is still small in the beginning. So let yourself be seen, get out there, start to create that new neural pathway that it is safe for you to share your desires, your dreams, how you want to show up and how you want to serve in the world. Okay, that is actually, to be quite honest, it's a belief that I had to choose that belief, because for me, it was difficult at first. So I got really clear on how I wanted to feel about being on social media. And then I cultivated that new belief in a daily practice, right? Of it is safe for me to be seen on social media, right? My clients love the content that I'm sharing. I love to connect with them. It's super fun, right? Instead of making get so fired up about this. Most of my clients, I would say, come to me and they're like, I don't like social media. But you guys, it can be really fun. It can be fun if you let it be fun, light, and easy. Okay, instead of this drudgery of, oh my gosh, I have to post something today. That content is not going to land with people. So this is where the embodiment comes in. You want it to be fun, light, and easy for you, and that's when it's gonna land with other people, okay? So let me know if this was helpful for you. You guys on Instagram, thank you so much for watching. I am going to upload the full video so you can see the screen share. I'll upload that for you a little bit later on today. Actually, if I'm being honest, tomorrow. It's gonna be tomorrow. For those of you watching live inside the Heart Centered Coach Club, I'm gonna go over your questions, okay? And if you guys on Instagram are not yet a member, just send me a DM and I will send you the link to join. Okay, let's see here. I can see your comments. Adriana says, helpful, light and easy. Hey, Brandy, I got your email, by the way. Awesome, Lori, thank you. Lori, I think you were the one that actually sparked some of that curiosity for me of, ooh, where can I put links everywhere? So thank you for that, my friend. Okay, I don't know if I can see, it says there's 15 comments, but I can't see everybody's, which is so strange. Okay, so what I am gonna do is come back to the questions that you guys posted inside the Facebook group. Shayna says, tell me about Typeform, like why use it? I love this, Shayna. And how to embed scheduling tools like Acuity. I think your application process uses this, thanks. Okay, so, and April asked about Google Drive features, and some other people are asking about Acuity. Brandy asked about Acuity. Yeah, so here's what I wanna say about all this. I've gone through many, many versions of schedulers and application processes. And the more broad answer to this question is you need to test out what is going to work for you and what is going to feel good for your audience. Now, my background is in visual arts. I went to art school, I went to college for art. And so I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to design, and I'm okay with that. Like, I totally procrastinabrand, right? That is something that I know I'm still guilty of doing. And yet, one of my values is creativity and beauty. So for me, that feels really aligned. And I have the tools to know when I'm trying to make something perfect instead of just having it be, okay, it looks pretty good and I'm just moving things like one little millimeter at a time and I need to stop, right? So for me, something like Typeform, Shayna, I love the way that it looks. It looks pretty, right? Acuity, on the other hand, is super functional because when I pull up an appointment on my calendar, I have their answers to their questions, right? I can just I can see what they've written. So it really depends on what tool is going to serve you and the way that you want to work in your business best. Right now I use something called Jotform, and it's something I'm testing out. So again, what I would say is there's no right or wrong for this. You get to pick and test and see what lands for your audience. The intention behind me switching to a different type of intake form was I was curious to see Jotform moves through one question at a time. And to be honest, my schedule, I don't have a lot of time to take scholarship calls. So I wanted people who were applying for those scholarship calls to have more skin in the game than just answering a couple of questions. You've been through my form. You know it's quite extensive at this point. But when I was first starting out, I used the Acuity form and I had about 4 or 5 questions that were pretty simple, but yet it took some thought to answer. So we don't want to make our clients jump through hoops to get through us, which is why I did the training on letting people know where to find you on your social media channels. So when it comes to your free sessions, your discovery calls, your application calls, you don't want to make them jump through too many hoops, but you want to create a little bit of a barrier to entry so that you don't get just freebie seekers who are never intending to work with you. right, Shayna? So I hope that answers your question. I like Typeform because it's pretty. That's the super short answer. And how do you embed in scheduling tools into your application process? Let's see. And how to embed the scheduling tools like Acuity. I think if you're talking about on your website, I want you to take that question and Google it. And I'm not trying to be a bitch here, but I don't just want to tell you guys what to do. I want you to learn the tools into how to start figuring out the tech on your own. So Shayna, how do I embed Acuity Scheduler into my website? Okay, my husband taught me this, and I'm going to try to have him come on one of these Tech Fridays, because he still, when I'm like, I try to ask him a simple tech question, and he's like, what is the question you're actually trying to ask? What are you trying to figure out? So he's the one who has taught me this tool of what is the question that I'm actually asking here. And as coaches, you know this is a tool as well. What is the question? What is the question that I actually want to ask right now? The same goes when it comes to your tech, okay? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, we've just got a couple more minutes here. April says, what is your favorite feature in Google Drive? April, I love to use Google Drive because of the sharing and editing capabilities. So with each of my clients, I use a document to track what we talk about during our sessions. And for me, it's great because I can pull that up and I can see their name, their email address, right? All of the details that I want for each person, as well as tracking their sessions, what program they're in, what bonuses they got. And for me, I just pull that up before every session and I've got it all right in front of me. So I love the sharing capabilities because I also love to share that with my clients so that they can see what we've talked about during each session. Okay, I also love folders. I feel like it's a digital filing cabinet, right? And it can be super fun. And sometimes I go down the rabbit hole of, oh, let me know, you love Google Drive, it's the best, right? Let me know, do you ever go down the folder, the Google Drive folder rabbit hole where you're just like putting two things in a folder and trying to keep it all organized. And then it's like, okay, I've gone a little bit overboard here. I've totally done that. Okay, Amber, I loved what you shared. I would say, try it, right? If your daughter loves it and it's video you're talking about, I'm not familiar with it, but if she thinks it's super easy to use, and I know you want technology that's super easy to use, Amber, so give it a try. See if it's intuitive for you. See if it feels fun, light, and easy, and that it's easy to share your resources with your client, okay? Okay. Brandy asked about Acuity again. I just want to say one thing about schedulers to kind of wrap up this Tech Friday. You do that all the time too? Yeah, my assistant sometimes is like, everything's changing. Why do you keep moving things? Jennifer, if you're watching. Yes, okay, sidetracked. So one more quick thing about schedulers. The reason so many coaches love Acuity is because it can scale with your business. Okay, my mentor, Laura Wick, right? She's able to run her business, which has grown tremendously in an amazing way over the past couple of years. She's been able to scale using Acuity and adding team members with that. So the reason I like to use Acuity is because I've got plans, everybody, and I hope you do too. So getting clear about what is that big vision for your business, and making sure you're picking the tools that are going to help you right now to, if your business is to go bigger, is to scale, is to have a team, right? That's another reason I love Google Drive, is because I get to share spreadsheets and documents to edit and everything like that with teams so that they have an easy place to go in and edit those documents. Sharing capabilities is super great. So when picking your scheduler, your how you're sharing files, your website, even your course building platforms, anything that, even right now, we're trying to decide between 3 different course platforms because I have something really exciting coming for you guys in just a couple of weeks. But the reason it's been taking a little bit of time to decide is because we want to pick the best tool that is going to fit not just our vision for right now, but the vision for the future. Okay, so thank you so much for all of your questions. I'm just going to come over here to Instagram, see if there's anything. You do all the time. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, all tech all the time. Yay, high five. Awesome. I love that. I've come to love technology over the years. Okay, let me just see if there are any more questions here. Thanks, April. Thanks for being here. April, are you liking Google Drive now that you're getting more organized? And did you delete all those emails? That's the other thing I want to know. Are you guys taking action on these Tech Fridays, or are you just absorbing the information? I've got something in the works for you guys who are really loving this stuff, and if it's been super helpful for you, so stay tuned for that. And Brandy says, oh, Brandy, I just lost your comment. I think you said, I need to look into that. Yeah, Acuity, I find it super intuitive and easy to use, and they have awesome support. Okay, so thank you. Yay, you just deleted your 50,000 emails or however many it was. Yay for you, April. How does that feel? I know a lot of people are like cleaning out their closets right now that they're home, and it's so good to clean out your digital Google Drive as well, right? That is, I am such a nerd. Sometimes I love to clean out my Google Drive. Yeah, totally. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching on Instagram. Check my IGTV probably tomorrow, and I will post the replay with the screen share so you guys can see what I was talking about. And thank you guys so much over here on the Facebook, inside the Heart Center Coach Club. I love you guys. I adore you. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next week for Tech Friday.